Alright, so there's been loads of buzz online. 3D Fight Club, you saw last year, Decca Heggie, Danny Christie, it was madness, it went really viral, and now we've got a shitload of YouTubers fighting March 19th, plus other people fighting March 19th, Manchester, run by these guys. They're really hard to get a hold of and bogged down to do an interview, but we're here in Manchester outside of All Bar One. Sarah Tail praying it's not going to rain. Yeah. So, you know, it's only days away, Dougie and Dean. Yeah. This 3D Fight Club thing. What was the idea behind the whole thing? I mean, what motivates you guys?
Well, from the beginning, I've always been into the fighting game. I've always wanted to do. It's just something that I've always had in my life. It's always been a trade. So, like, obviously, last year, come up, me and Dean ended up come very close. But I've always had the idea in my head, and I said to Dean, which Dean will verify for me. I said, Dean, I've got like a little venture business in my head. And obviously he sat there, you're drinking, people don't take you too serious and it's that, but when I think of something, it plots on me and then I make it happen. And one of them, whatever I touch on is a gold. Well, hopefully I know. Maybe platinum. But I said to Dean, I said, I'm going to take on a little venture of mine. And obviously Dean believed in me. Yeah, and obviously talked about it, and then obviously I had my other fight at the beginning of the year, and afterwards, and obviously there's other people asking about stuff. I said, listen, a couple of months on the line, we'll give it an opportunity. They never believed. And I said to Dean, I said, do you believe in it? I said, well, we'll see now. I said, I'll take you with me. Cousins. Known each other all our life, yeah. So anyways, Sean, that's exactly how it started. And then we put things into motion. And then as this year gone on, obviously we had a few things, targets that we needed to hit, and we've hit every one of them so far.
Brilliant, and we're days away, and the links are all in the description box below this video if you do want to come and join this event, and people can watch it live as well, can they?
Of course, yeah, pay-per-view, yeah. Bulldog broadcast. It's on the free www.3dfightclub.co.uk. Click on there, scroll down, and you go on $9.99.
You see what you got to remember as well at the same time. You've got to put yourself energy into something you enjoy doing. To this, it's not that we enjoy doing it, it's something that we've done all our lives. Do you understand what I mean? So it just comes natural. So, you know, at the same time, there's no better people to put the fight game together that know the fight game, that's been involved in it, at the deep end, the shallow end. Do you understand what I mean? So that's kind of the way it is. He knows the fight game, I know the fight game. So we just, well, like you said, when we put it to people, they thought it was doolala. we said if we're going to set up, we're going to make it be the biggest promotion of British bare-knuckle boxing. We're going to build
people just look at you, don't you feel like that? Yeah, whatever. But I also said, listen, people can laugh, yeah, and they can stream whatever they want. We've come into this BKB, and we don't care what anyone says, yeah, like a rag and bull, like a steam train, and we've hit every wall on the way through, and now we've made a statement, and it's not even happened yet. This is the biggest talked about BKB promotions around Manchester because they haven't experienced anything like this. So when I do something, I like to do something big, all or nothing. Try it, doesn't work, I'll do something else, but I know this is going to work.
And for those out there listening, don't think we're not aware of the other organisations that's tried to sabotage us. We know exactly who you are, and we are going to come for your head on at a later date. Just let me get that clear, because we've had other organisations.
The information's leaked through the bag.
Leaked out, trying to sabotage the show, saying we was a scam, saying that we're blags, they're saying the event's not happening, they're saying that obviously it's a fake, it was everything. We've proved everyone wrong.
They got the council there to try and shut us down.
The police,
everything that happened. We dealt with it. Listen, got dealt with it because it's all legit, all through our legal team, and everything that they wanted, every question, everything they wanted answered got done. Every box is ticked.
Is it people like calling cops up and trying to, you know?
Yeah, well, that'd be, and it'd be other people that feel threatened that could be in the same game, not letting anything out of the bag, but you know, they know who they are.
But you know what I've done now? We actually sit down and drink tea every other day with our legal team. We have them on board with us pretty much all the time, so we're not fools. This is the underestimated us. We have had this with other stuff we've done previously to this. Do you understand what I mean? What they've done is underestimated our mentality and thought, oh, these are just like traveller street kids who just grew up there with no brains. Well, I'm not being funny, we're having no brains. Look where we've got our platform, and we've not even put the show on yet. We're the biggest platform out there.
Exactly, everyone's talking about it.
Definitely.
Now, Jen and I are like new to a lot of this stuff, and Jen was like asking what's a fair play man and all this kind of thing. It's like a different language, isn't it? Almost.
Go on, Jen, bang away.
I imagine many of the viewers are like wondering as well, like this terminology, what it all means.
A fair play man is a fair play man, as in say, for instance,
a referee.
It's a referee basically, but it's a man that's well respected. Yeah. Are we still good to go there?
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah.
It's a man that's well respected. His word's good enough, because there's a lot of people out there, there's a lot of snakes. Yeah, people can't trust people. So when you've got a reputation of being trusted and your word's good enough and that people's going to be safe, they're going to come to you. So, for instance, Yeah, so we get her in a headlock and put her over. No, so anyways, sorry. Yeah, so fair play, man. Basically, someone rang me up and said, look, will you show me fair play against this person? He wants to fight him, and he wants you to step in. So basically, I'd step in, give a location, I'd be in charge of him. So he's my full responsibility now. So that nothing can happen to him. Yeah, it's all down to me. So when it goes on, the other fight, like you see the fight with Danny Christie and Decca Heggie, anyways, and it went into a stage where his head got split open. And then it come to it, they both given as good as they got, and then he got a bit more than he bargained for. Do you know what I mean? His head was in a bad way. If that would have carried on, he could have killed himself, he could have went blind. Anything could have happened because it was an open wound straight to the skull. And I seen it and I closed it back myself. So I said, boys, I said, look, call it a draw, and that's it, you both had a good fight. That was me stepping in, being the man basically for both of the safety. Made them shake hands and then call it a day, so they can go home safe to the families. That's what a fighting fair play man does.
See, I've never heard of one before. Yeah, and obviously it's
Well, you're looking at
foul
one now?
play man.
That's when it's
Fair
safe.
play.
Yeah, but obviously foul play.
Yeah, that's what the man's there for.
Yeah.
So basically, if someone done something now, if I give my word and I'm having a fight, and this other person, the other referee or somebody else intervened with that guy that I've shown fair play for, and that's down to me to deal with him.
That's how it works.
Is it quite common to have to deal with them?
Sometimes, yeah.
What happens?
So that's why, we know what happens. But that's why we need to be all well secured, location, one fair play man, one fighter, cameraman, do you know what I mean, on both sides, so it can't get out of hand. Once you start bringing the crowds, things get messy.
But people think that the camera for the fight is for views. It's not. It's to show the other parties when they go home that they got the best of fair play. So no one can say, oh, you was hard done by. Do you know what I mean? So other travelling families normally, because obviously fair play man's travel disputes.
I never knew people could earn money off the views. Do you know, all the years, since 2010.
Really?
I'm looking since 2010. They've been using my name. Yeah.
Oh, you fight
200,000, 300,000, this, that, and the other. So I said, fucking hell, I tell you what, I'm all over the internet, mate. Everyone shot back and forth, yeah. And the monetising my name all over it.
How long have you been doing it for though? On YouTube?
Fighting.
No, on YouTube. Well, we can start with fighting.
Oh, right, YouTube. I've been on there probably since about 2010, I'd say. Probably about 2010.
Is that with
all for the
people
right
just
reasons and the
posting
wrong
your
reasons?
content?
Yeah.
Fighting,
Online.
getting involved in brawls, pub fights, street fights, all kind of things. Every time I've done something, because our name was that big, me and my brother up and down around Manchester, everything always hit the newspapers, because when we do something, we've done something proper. We didn't go in, we went all the way, and then obviously it's just our word against theirs.
Yeah.
But as for the camera, it was always self-defence, and always protecting us.
Definitely.
How did your name start getting big in Manchester?
I don't know, just was young, up and coming,
Selling
and it's also
disputes.
mischievous, just getting in the ring, fighting, training, getting bigger, wanting the money, tasting the good life, and then me and my brothers get the taste. It's like a vampire, when it tastes bloody once more. Yeah, and we get the taste of the good life. I've always liked the good life, design and stuff, and I'm thinking he's got that, well I want that. Not jealous of the person, because I've always, respected people, and I'm thinking if he's got that, I want that, I can do better. And then when I'm there, then I know I can keep going, and that's the way I've always been motivated by other people.
Oh, fantastic.
We were wondering, because we were watching your interview with Christian, KRN TV, shout out to Christian. You were talking a lot of smack about a guy you were about to fight on that interview. And we were wondering what happened with that fight.
Yeah,
'cause we,
did you win?
No, it was a fight. Well, to be honest with you, the fight was, it was too big of a ground. Yeah, I got picked. It shouldn't have happened in the big ground. It should have happened in the small little place. To be honest with you, then the fight would have happened, finished a lot sooner. But that fight was just too much. Do you know what I mean? There was a lot on the line. I had everything to lose, he had everything to gain, but the thing is, you get challenged, don't you get out and fight. And the thing is, I'll always fight for my name, I fight for my family, and don't give a fuck for no man. And that's where I'll always be all my life. So it was just one of them fights, it's just live and learn. People can criticise, people can say this, that and the other. Put me in a 12-foot ring with any man, and then you see a different fight. But anyone talk is cheap.
So,
What was it?
is that not too much?
what, them talking?
Yeah.
I think we're alright because we're close to it.
I was just checking.
Yeah. So when does this
Are you sure you don't want to get in a headlock?
when does this tradition start then for you guys?
Jesus, I've been born into it all my life, and it's been going on for generations.
Grandfathers, great grandfathers.
Yeah, since I could walk I was fighting. Always with my brothers, this, that and the other, always been protected over them. And then just obviously growing up on the sites, fighting with the other fellas, other travelling boys. And just you've got to be learning, you've got to be tough.
From
If you're not tough,
it's not,
you get walked over.
It's not something we're born into, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to be
From
tough.
our grandfathers to great grandfathers all the way back, all the way back. We go as far back to the 1800s doing this.
And can you guys remember your first ever fight? Were you too young?
I can remember my fight, yeah.
Yeah?
First fight I had on the camp, definitely.
What was that?
It was in Leeds, not going to mention his name. I'm going back some years ago now. I must have been about 6, 7. Yeah, but I can remember the fight. The fella was a bully. And my mother's brother, my Uncle Tom. Yeah, and this is a true story. My Uncle Tom will tell you the same story when he listens to this. There was a bully on the camp, whatever he was doing anyways. But me, I'm just being wild, running up and down around the camp as you do with all the other young fellas. And my uncle come over to me. He said, Dougie, come here. Yeah? Because I was always game. I was just one of them wiry kids, you know what I mean? I just didn't give a shit. I was just, yeah, okay, no problem. My uncle told me to do this, my auntie told me to do that, my brother told me this, my father. Yeah, no problem. I'd never back down from a fight. So then, it must have been, it was like it was already arranged. So this was in Leeds. Yeah, like a down a dead end road. Or like a little, wherever this place was. My uncle didn't know where it was anyway, my father and them. We was all in one big camp. So anyways, I got brought over, but it's like everyone was already waiting. Because this bully was already waiting there to fight me. Yeah, he'll know exactly who he is as well. So my uncle said, you're fighting him. Get in there and give it to him. I said, no problem. Yeah, my father just stood there smoking a fag. I remember, like, I've got a good memory for a child. And he's there, standing there, oh, biting his lip and this, whatever. Got over straight and stuck into him, dropped him. Yeah, got back up again, dropped him again. Yeah, punched him, yeah, from one end to the other end. And that was it. And then finished my fight. And then he went crying and run to his mother to a trail on the corner. And his mother bit him with a brush. He went in, yeah, big dirty, this, that, and the other, yeah. And he was 12 years of age, 11, 12 years of age, a big boy to me, yeah. And I punched him from one pillar post to the other. And he got bit to the, with the brush, kicked back out, and he said, no, I don't want to fight. So I said, is that it then? And my uncle, that was it. And my uncle just started laughing, and on about my business, carried on walking, went back on playing. Only a child. But that was my first fight, I remember that, yeah.
Have you got any stories like that, Dean?
Of course he has.
Oh, listen. I think every day through primary school, when I was in a scrap. Every time I come home from school, I was in a scrap. I can't remember the first one because I had that many. Do you know what I mean? I think the first one was with my brother.
Probably, yeah.
Can you remember?
No, just saying. I remember. To be fair, I remember getting into my first scrap when I was younger. When we moved into an area, Harper, it was at the time North Manchester. And I remember coming in when I had a little mouse under the eye like you do. And I remember my mum got with the aerial wires, and it was a brown thick wire. I remember coming in, man, saying I've been beaten, man. I got some tumps on the house and got sent straight back out the door. And I remember when I was out there, man.
Come from a tough background, that's what makes us tough, that's what makes us who we are.
Yeah, of course.
You're not allowed to cry in front of your mother, definitely. If you're in pain, you better get out there and do your job.
I remember seeing my dad come walking down the road, I swear I looked enough for I need to run and pretend I've had a comeback, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I've only ended up running head on to the guy I'm fighting with, so now we're both going for it. But I had to get the better of him because my dad was there, because if I didn't get the better of him, I was getting beat twice.
Oh, shit.
But that's just the way that we was raised, and I wouldn't change a day of it, do you know what I mean? It makes us the men we are, do you know what I mean? Yeah, we get beat, we couldn't go back home. If we did, we got sting. It's just the way it is, it's no...
Remember the first time you got seriously hurt in a fight?
I've never really been seriously. I've already been able to hold my own. Obviously, I had a few bangs, but what we call serious, what someone else would call serious hurt, I wouldn't call seriously hurt, would you?
Oh, I've had a few rough fights.
But
nothing.
A few damages.
Broken bones and stuff.
No, I had a good long fight. Yeah, rough fight. Both our faces was like a butcher's block. Yeah, with Peter Fury. Yeah.
Peter Fury?
Yeah, good mate of mine. Still to this day a very, very good friend of mine. Father, absolute gentleman, full family, lovely people. And that's how we ended up. It was all shit talk for what happened, how it happened. But anyway, I'll get past all that. We had a good fight. We was fighting for about 2 hours and 11 minutes.
2 hours?
So yeah, Tyson Fury refereed him. He was the referee. I've never really talked.
Tyson Fury referee.
He refereed the fight, yeah.
Holy shit!
But I've never really talked about this fight to anybody. All of us know about it anyway. Yeah. And we punched each other's face in. It was a good fight, yeah, because I wouldn't give in. I'd rather die. Yeah, and he was exactly the same.
2 hours later.
And his father made us shake hands, and that there Peter put his hand out, shake hands, and that was it. I just wouldn't give in until that's the way it was. And Tyson showed fair play. He was fighting in John Fury's yard. Me as a young fella, once now didn't give a shit, and went into the lines then. All the family, all everything. We're no backup, nobody, just my little brother. And a fella called Willie Collins and his brother-in-law. Just went in, that was it, stood there fighting. I thought, I'm going to die today because I'm not giving in to you, and that was it. We seen each other 6 years afterwards, and that was it. Walked out, he was stood there, he was missing the shop, mine was outside, and that was it. Walked over, shook hands. So how you do, Peter? That was it. That's the kind of person. I don't hold no bad thoughts or bad feelings, animosity, and we ended up becoming best mates from there. And ever since then, best you get. Met the family, lovely people, father an absolute gentleman, his brother Joe got all crack, do you know what I mean? Just lovely people. It shows you though, moments that you get into where you can lose your life between each other, give yourself bad brain damage, yeah, and then become best mates. That's how I earn my respect with them.
Very noble.
Yeah, it's like in prison.
So you're the first one now, Sean, to get that story. It's not even I haven't told you the full story.
Exclusive.
Yeah, that's
see?
exclusive. It's exclusive. So that's when she said that about damage and fights.
It's
yeah.
like in prison, you see people, they hate each other and then they have a fight and the beef squash and they're having a smoke afterwards.
Of course it is, because
together.
you earn, obviously you taste each other's blood, don't you?
Yeah.
And that's how you earn each other's respect.
So what do you guys get from the fight itself?
It's just
is it
bred
psychological?
It's just bred into us. It's like
respecting
too much pride in your body. It's
Pride.
just.
You got to remember, if you take it way back there, you know, it's if we back out of a fight, it's not us that loses, it's the whole family that we're attached to, the whole family name, the whole family respect. So if we don't come out, then other members of the family are going to look down on us because they have to come out. And then that's how it kind of works. So we still hold that pride and respect, and we'd rather have pride and respect than money.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? It goes more in our community. So the way we look at it is, if we, you know, if we don't take the fight, then there's no point coming out your house the next day. It's like wherever you live, there's no point. We got the plague, it's done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's all about pride.
Win or lose, yeah, always get yourself out there. But the target's never to lose, rather die. But the thing is, never, ever, let anyone try and have one over you. Try and bully you, because then that's it. You're showing a weakness. I'd rather die. Any man who wants to put it on me, he's having it there and then on the spot. There and then on the spot, and he's having it. He'll be the sorriest man he ever worked. I've done it was. I'm there to stay. I ain't going nowhere. You better put me away. So it's just one of them. I'd rather shake someone's hand and they say, look, carry on with your everyday life. Do you know what I mean? Let me carry on mine. But when someone's on your case, it's got to be dealt with.
Yeah.
Would you say versus all the knife crime we see now, this is like a gentlemanly way to squash beef?
Of course it is. And half of them out there has got no balls. But you know what it is? If they just put down the knives, put down the guns, and had a little tear up for a couple of seconds, couple of minutes, how long it ever goes on with, it's all squashed, it's done.
You know, you can stop.
And then they'll come mates again.
You can
know what I
stop
mean?
a 20-year feud with a 5-minute bang.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
That's it, because then you give from each side a little something back. He's fought for his side, he's fought for his side. That's it now. Is everything going to be put to bed? He's fighting for his name, he's fighting for his name. That's it, it's done then. You both agree on it.
Do you fight with the wraps on or without?
Sometimes bare-knuckle or just the wraps. Yeah.
Have you ever known someone to put a razor blade in the wrap?
Oh no, it doesn't happen.
Our wraps get checked.
Everything gets checked, and
checked.
obviously when we get our wraps on, it's in front of the referees, so you can't just go and do it and then turn up with your wraps on.
That's what your fair play man's for. If you turn up with your wraps on, he's going to check your hands. That's what your fair play man does, and he'll fill you full wraps. And if your wraps have been tampered with, there's no fight. The fair play man's going to carp you on the spot, and everyone will turn on you.
Wow.
So if your wraps, that's if you try anything sneaky.
Have you seen that happen before? Or
No, it's very, very unlikely.
No one's going to take that chance.
And if
no
that
one's
does
gonna
happen, then it's a bad fair play man, and he deserves a beating just like him for not checking his hands. Because he does. Because he's letting another man probably be blinded or badly hurt, if not killed.
Yeah.
Have you seen people escalate it to the level of knives?
Of course I
and
have.
guns?
Yeah, I've seen fair play where it gets out of hand and then he's getting a rap of a machete, he's getting another rap in this, that, and the other, and it just turns into a bloodbath. Of course it happens. It does happen.
And do the cops try and sabotage these fights?
The cops, listen, they'll stand back. Do you think they're going to get hurt for a traveller? They let them do the damage and then arrest them afterwards when they're all crooked in the hospital.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because they got the easy word that they're not going to put their life at risk, are they, when they're like a pack of animals killing each other.
No.
I won't blame them either.
So where do you find the events for these things?
You don't, it just comes out. They'll be out, they probably could be out now having a drink now,
Yeah.
and then a little stupid argument breaks out because he said something about his family and this, that and the other, and then they're fighting in the morning.
Fair.
That's how
We
easy it
just
is.
drive round and find a piece of yard, and we just take it
just
for
let it
that.
happen, yeah.
We just let it happen.
Yeah.
By the time if the shades do want to come and sabotage it, they don't, because we found it 10 minutes before. If anyone phones the shades, by the time they get there, the fight's done. The car park's empty, we're gone. And that's how it's always been done. If it's not in someone's yard, we just find a plot of land that morning. But the fight's there, and that's it. They turn up, and then that's pretty much it.
So I understand the reputation thing and the gentlemanly thing, squashing the beefs. But what about the adrenaline when you're in the
it's
doing
a
the
great
fight
adrenaline.
and the
The
natural
adrenaline's
high?
unbelievable.
There's
It's
no
good.
better feeling than getting banged in the face.
Once you get the first bang out of the way, that's it, you're in.
man.
It's game on.
Yeah.
They're thinking, they're testing who's going to get the rap and this, and once you get the first bang, it's not even that bad.
It's
Yeah.
as good,
It just feels-
as good
it
as
just
a
feels
warm
like
whiskey,
rubber.
I'm telling you, when you just start warming up.
And that's it, you think, oh, now you're getting one back.
So after that first one, is the
After the
adrenaline
first
so
one,
high
that's
you're
the
not
wake-up
even
call,
feeling
yeah,
them?
it wakes you up,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like a
Wakes you
painkiller,
up.
natural
Yeah.
painkiller.
You think, that's it now, you're going to taste one back.
You gotta go.
Yeah.
So what's your diet like leading up to the fights?
I'll eat anything.
What?
I'll eat
Who are
anything.
all these people? They're
Oh,
on
listen,
their
I'm a man that
fucking-
loves
you know
my
what it
food.
is?
I'm not going to sit here, and
Yeah.
try and blow smoke up anyone's arse.
As long as you're-
I'm on a fit diet and I go like this, look at me, yes.
As long as
Not
you're
in bad
training.
shape. But the thing is, I'll eat a pizza, I'll eat a kebab, I'll eat this, that and the other. But when I am training for a fight, I will try and calm it down a bit, but you love my food. I'm like a fat kid that loves cake. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I get
As
a
long
nice
as
bit of
you're training.
Domino's, a nice curry and that, but you've got to slow it down a little bit. You can't do it. Like, the only thing I'll slow down is because I'm an animal for sweets. Got a sweet
Oh,
tooth.
I've got proper
As long as
Oh,
you're
man.
training, though, it don't really matter what you eat.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? As long as you're training,
As long as you train it,
Yeah.
yeah. But I've got a
Yeah.
fast metabolism.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you can literally eat anything before.
That's why even now, like as I'm
yeah.
getting older, I'm telling you, I'm getting better shape in my life. I'm in the best shape of my life now.
How old are you now?
33 now.
Very, same age.
Yeah.
So, and what about yourself, too?
I'm 38.
30. Oh yeah, you did just say.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, you're 33 yourself, yeah?
Yeah.
Good number.
Yeah. Good age.
Hope it just stays there. Don't go funny higher.
Where do you guys train at then?
We train all around. We've got our own gym, but we go like multiple gyms. We don't stay in the one gym. Do you know what I mean? We like to mix it up. You get
Where the
sick of the same
sparring
routine,
is,
yeah.
same routine, different. It's where the sparring is, where there's, you know, if there's a gym kicking it that week and it's got some good lads.
We have
down
our
there,
own
we'll go
private
down
trainer, like me and Dean. What we'll do here for a bit of sport, yeah, like kicking the ring, yeah. Well, obviously not like testing each other, because I like to test him. I like to torment the life out of him. Yeah, and give it a say, come on, boy, that's it, yeah. But what we'll do, we'll have a team, and then I'll push him like what happens to me. I'll stay in the ring me for say about 45 minutes to an hour. Yeah, and then let them come in 1 minute in, 2 minutes when I'm training for a fight. So like they're all having a little 2 minutes in and break, and then I'm doing the same now with Dean.
Yeah.
So Dean's getting a taste of it. It just comes natural. It's good training. It's good drilling because you're testing your own self.
But this is stuff that we've done all our lives. It's not something that's just come over time. Do you know what I mean?
It's the stamina as well, because I took Jen to the gym last week,
Oh,
and she was kicking and punching for the first time in the
Right,
back.
do you know? Have you heard of a class called Blaze? Right.
Blaze, no.
It's like circuits.
Did you get blazed?
See, you got to remember though, a lot of bare-knuckle fights, it's no rounds.
Yeah.
You know, so we go last man standing when we have bare-knuckle fights. So our training's more intense than what a boxer's going to train for, because our fights can last. He fought like you said, 2.5 hours.
Have you got the stamina for that? I can't imagine.
We fight last
Super
man
fit,
standing.
mate.
Do you know
You
what I
must
mean?
be
There's no
fucking
rounds
wrecked.
for us, so we
Super
don't take a
human,
break.
Do you know what though?
do you
Even
know
on
what I
my
mean?
last
So-
fight, yeah, just so I wasn't even blowing. I am one of them, yeah, it's just all in your brain, and when I train, I do make sure I'm super fit.
Yeah.
Me now, the way I am, I'm fit. Just like, if you let yourself go, it's hard to get it back, it takes too long to get it back.
Yeah.
So always keep yourself ticking over.
Yeah.
So what you're
Yeah.
saying to Sean is he needs to get fucking his ass down the gym.
I think he looks good, look.
Well,
Fresh as a day.
Jen lasted 20
If
minutes
his
with
body
Darren
looks as
G.
fresh as his head.
I lasted 10 minutes with Darren G. Jen lasted 20 minutes with Darren G in the gym, didn't you?
Oh yeah,
You
I
went
did
twice
his-
as long
I did
as
his
me.
full workout,
Yeah.
very much. So yeah, I'm not as bad, but that was just cardio really.
Oh, yeah?
It wasn't really, it wasn't like weights.
You'll have to come down to the session for the gym.
Really?
Oh, we'd love to,
Oh,
we'd
yeah.
love to do that and film it.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Good
that'd
job,
be
come down.
brilliant.
Come
Yeah,
round
yeah.
when we were training for the fight anyway, so.
Listen,
Yeah.
even the build-up like for the fight with him with Decca and that, come down and obviously you can join in and do a bit.
Oh, wicked! Yeah, I'd love to.
It'd be good obviously for what you're doing anyway, yeah.
So
Yeah.
do you do a lot of sprinting, running, that kind of stuff as well?
Go and have a look at the training that I do on my Instagram. Look at the hills that I do.
Hills.
Yeah, listen, that's
Yeah.
where the stamina comes from, uphill, and I sprint up them steps.
Yeah.
When you can do 10 laps of that there, listen, if you do one, yeah, off it, yeah, you'll know about it. You'll be crawling back up them steps.
Yeah.
It's about, how many steps are there? About 600 steps?
400 and it's 400
Well, it's 500, 600, something like that there, yeah.
How long does that take?
Up about 5 corners, but I'm telling you,
We do 8 rounds, so it's
Yeah.
8 rounds up the steps, and you've got about, is it a mile, quarter of a mile?
yeah, all the way around, and then start
Back
again.
round, so we do that 8 times.
We don't go down, we jog all the way around and start at the bottom, run up.
Yeah.
So there's no cheating.
Yeah.
If you want to get that over and over, you've got to get to the top of that hill. If not, you get left down there.
Yeah, I'll be down the bottom, man.
Yeah.
We're rolling down those
Well,
steps.
trust me, you'll have to try that, Jen. Listen, that is a horrible hill.
What made you want to start your own gym?
Oh, it's just, you know, it's just what we do, it's what we enjoy. Just like we go out, do our business, do our work, and train.
How long have you had the gym?
We've had the gym now,
For about 6 months.
yeah.
And is there a community built up around that?
Yeah, but we have our own private. Obviously,
Oh, it's private.
The
Just
public's
for
got
us.
theirs, but we have
Yeah.
our own private gym.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to tell the viewers like who's fighting at 3D Fight Club?
Yeah.
Well, that's the man there. He takes care of all the fighters.
Right, so we've got the likes of so the YouTubers. We've got Paul Fighting Trolls Astring.
Fighting Trolls have been on the phone too recently.
And they've got some mad kind of dispute between them, which is going to be a screamer. We've got a fighter come over from Ireland, Irish silver medalist, awesome little fighter. He's fighting a strong opposition from Manchester actually. They reckon that the opposition he's got, all his combat sports, he's had about 400 odd fights. The amateur we've got that's coming over, the silver medalist, has had nearly 300 fights. So we've got some serious fights. We've got a few fighters from Scotland coming over. The card goes on really, like we say, we can't really start listing names because we're going to be here all day. But the top of the bills are screen. We've got the likes of.
Listen all day, wouldn't you, Jim?
We've got Mick Hord. You know, he's been around for a while in BKB. We've got Josh Courtney, Tom Zanetti's brother. was signed with the BFBA. He had two fights already. He's making his 3rd fight for us on the card. We've put an offer on the table he can't refuse. He's happy to work with us moving forward. The list goes on really. We've got the likes of...
Is Ben Hatchett in or out at this moment?
We've got Ben Hatchett. Ben Hatchett's come back into the mix now against Bobby Kay, a guy in Scotland that talks a good game. You know, he's put himself all over the social media platform. But can we just state that 3D Fight Club is bare-knuckle boxing, so people might laugh at the names we've got on the card, but for one, it brings the views in, but for two, you've got to give respect for every man because they're willing to get in there and put it in there. We've got serious fights on there, we've got YouTuber fights on there, but that's what 3D Fight Club's about. If you've got a dispute, come to us, we're rectifying the right way, get in the ring and square it off. So it's not just about, you know, we're going to build our own stable of fighters. At the same time, you know, you might have 2 guys that can't swing a cat around between them, but rather than run around and shoot each other on the streets, come to 3D Fight Club and we'll get it on the platform for you.
Slug it out and get paid.
Slug it out and get paid, and shake hands and then leave it away after that.
So who would you set Sean up with?
He's already refused.
Has he?
We got
called him out last year to fight, but I said kickboxing.
We got told it was the other way around.
But would you fight with 3D Fight Club?
I'd kickbox him.
No, but would you fight in bare-knuckle?
Oh, I'd rather kickbox.
Yeah, but would you? What if it was just bare-knuckle?
If it was bare-knuckle, I'd have to give that some. I'd have to like.
We got told it was the other way around.
Now you're
do some serious training for that.
Now, Sean, you call them out on that.
I ain't pussying out. That's not
So
pussing
would
out.
you fight on our show, 3D Fight
My
Club?
preference would be kickboxing, though.
No, but would you
your...
accept or would you decline?
What if we done it gloved on our show without?
Do you know what? Even
Yeah,
gloves.
yeah,
I do it gloved. Would you do it gloved?
We can do it gloved on 3D Fight Club.
So would you call out now on 3D
I've already
Fight
called him out. You won't do it.
No, call him out.
3D Fight Club.
Come on. Hey,
You're watching.
if I'm going to call somebody out, yeah, I'll do it. So there you go, Sean. There's your chance now. Yeah.
Step up to the plate, man. I called you out last year. You made a mockery of me. You said I wanted to karate kid you down, and it was a joke. If it's such a joke, step up to the plate. Come and kickbox me.
No, boxing. Gloves on. 3D Fight Club.
He's been training for
It
boxing.
doesn't matter. Listen, and I'll tell you what I'll even do. If he accepts, me and Dean will make you a main event.
That'd be massive, wouldn't it?
Well, there you go.
Massive. We're making a main.
You got your ass kicked. You got your ass kicked.
No, but we'll do it gloved. We'll do it gloved.
Yeah.
It's not an issue. We'll do a glove fight.
We'll make the main event between both of you gloved.
Gloved.
Yeah. That'd be sweet.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
That might. The whole podcast war started with him attacking me. You had Darren G on to attack me.
Yeah.
We could end this at 3D Fight Club if you've got the balls to step up to the plate.
It's gloved. If it's only gloved, if it's a gloved event,
Well, there's a challenge. He's come to do a podcast with us, and now he's challenging all James.
Do you know what it is though? If you can do it gloved, you can do it ungloved. It's not an issue. We'll put a gloved event on.
Yeah.
But like you're saying, you've got to make
Look at these typist hands.
As Mike Tyson says, sign the contract, big boy.
But what you got, as long as you can guarantee that you leave it on the ring.
Yeah.
The night's done, it's left in the ring, and that's it.
Well,
You know
listen,
what I
I'll see
mean?
if he gets back to you. I'm sure we'll get back to you with a reply. He's messaged me a few times, and listen, the man. I don't get involved in all the tit for tat, and I think the man's a gentleman. Same as you, Sean. I bet you, same way. But if you want to get it out and slug it out on the 3D show,
It's there. The
start to
platform's
get
there.
back. It's there for you.
Yeah,
and I'll make his main
So how many
event
events are you going to do a year?
free.
No, 3 this year, 4 next year.
4 next year, yeah.
We've already got them penciled in
How much
pretty
do the
much.
tickets are? What do they start at?
£35 standard,
Standard.
£65 VIP,
VIP, yeah.
and we've got table prices vary from ringside.
Just a standard table, obviously free,
Lovely
with nothing on. Just a
VIPs.
standard one, 500. Then VIP, drinks, mixers, everything for 10 people ringside. I ran the table.
So
See,
it's
that's
£100 an
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
And then we've got the big booths, but I'm greedy. I've took them all.
VIP.
So all your family and
And we've also
Yeah,
got
family, friends, there's celebrity members coming down.
200
So, yeah.
capacity event,
Yeah.
200
Celebrities
capacity
coming.
after party as well.
Thompson
Wow.
X coming down to back up his brother Josh.
You get the VIP
Mark
table, you
Ford,
get
from what I've been told. Bad Boy Chiller Crew. Calton Leach, a good friend of mine from Essex, the Essex boys. He was meant to be coming down, but obviously he's got family and friends coming down and standing for him. And
Daniela Westbrook apparently.
Daniela Westbrook.
There's all different people coming.
All different
Once
ones
now,
around.
I don't want to brag off too much, but there'll be a nice crowd there.
Big
And then
event.
there's a big VIP party afterwards.
Oh man.
200
Yeah.
capacity.
So why just come down? If you want to come
Yeah.
down, you'll have to listen. You'll be on the guest list.
We can't come this one, but we'll come the next one.
Well, if
You'll
you
be
do,
fighting on the next one, hopefully. Mr. English takes on that challenge.
I don't see why not. He boxed on that
I'll
last
be
one, didn't he?
mixed up
Box
for that
that.
one.
Yeah, he's been training all year, hasn't he?
Oh, I'll tell you what, you're going to get your trainer shoes on now, son.
Yeah.
He's going to bring that Scotch power deal out.
So
Well,
the
if you
other,
need a bit of Irish training, do you know what I mean now, Sean?
Yes.
so the other part of this interview is then we were going to discuss the upcoming documentary.
Yep.
I'm going to have to get Tony Gooch on the phone, on speakerphone for this bit, aren't I?
Yep.
But how did that come about? While I get him on, if you want to tell the viewers how it came about.
It all started when I was having my fight last year, and then bits and bobs, got to meet the boys, speaking to a few of them, and then they're just like, can we do this, can we do that? And then one person's wanting to make a movie, one's doing a documentary, so one thing at a time. And then that was it then. Slowly but surely started doing bits of recording, and then they were interested in wanting to do recording my life, how I live. Obviously I haven't put too many things on there because I could, we could spill a lot more, can't we? But we like to keep it PG.
Tony, we're filming right now with Dougie, the camera's rolling, we've got you on speakerphone, we're making up for that live stream that got ballsed up the other night, so say I'm here with Dean, Dougie and Jen. It's not live, but it is being recorded. We want to put it all out as it is.
Right.
But Dougie was just explaining how it came about, the documentary. Do you want to add a little bit into that?
Yeah, I mean, before I even met Dougie, it was of interest to me to do something surrounding the travelling community. Growing up, I've seen the discrimination they face. Not all travellers are the same, but they seem to get tarred with the same brush from the bad apples that play up within the culture. So it was my chance to kind of highlight the issues that everyone seems to talk about, but no one seems to want to do anything about. So for me, it was a great chance to do something that was real, that was authentic, and with a travelling family that has a great heritage throughout the UK.
Fabulous.
And Dean, are you in this documentary as well?
I am, yeah.
What was that like to be in it?
It's normal, it's every day, because we didn't have to wax about anything we've done in there. Everything you've seen was as real as it gets. I mean, look, it's only going to feel strange if you're in there and you try to wax something, and for us it was just everyday life of being filmed. So what was in the documentary is what we do on a day to day.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It wasn't nothing kind of.
Felt comfortable around the cameras.
Yeah, there was nothing, because we're not changing anything. We're actually doing a day to day, eating out, sitting on the site, sitting with family, having a drink, having a crack, messing about boxing. You know, we always shadow box each other. I'll give each other a slide to get anyway. So you know what I mean?
That's perspective a little bit.
No, but it's just, so there was nothing kind of new, and obviously the likes of Tony himself, obviously doing the film, and Tony's been around the travelling community as well, so we kind of, it wasn't a way for Tony either, do you know what I mean? We had the crack, and that was it, wasn't it, Tony?
Yeah, I mean, I can relate to a lot of the issues that the travelling community face. I mean, I've seen firsthand the way some of the families are treated, and whether it's within the criminal justice system within the UK or whether it's out in the local community, there just seems to be that stigma that travellers should be treated a certain way, and we've highlighted that in the series with things like the signs that are left outside of pubs saying no travellers allowed, and it's unacceptable in today's society as far as I'm concerned.
It still happens.
Still goes on, and this is part of the reason why we wanted to do it.
Put a big campaign out there, do you remember?
TLM Travel Alive
What
Matters.
happened?
They put a big campaign and they're trying to go into going to places and saying no travellers allowed.
Yeah, because one traveller's had a fight in the establishment, they then label all travellers bad, but then if you was to put a sign out the front saying no blacks allowed, no gays allowed, there would be uproar. But for some reason in England, it's still accepted within the travelling community. It's almost like they've got a separate way to be treated completely from normal society, and this is why we felt it was time to highlight this issue now with the Black Lives Matter campaign and other similar organisations trying to highlight discrimination across different cultures and people from abroad and people from different backgrounds. We felt this is the right time. It's time that the travelling community had equal rights, and it's time that we highlighted the issues that need to be highlighted. We've seen, I won't name the names, but we've seen the past programmes that have been put onto mainstream television, and in my view it was almost made comedic and painted the travellers to be almost something that they're not.
Yeah.
We all know you're on about there, Tony. Sham.
No, but Tony's done a great job. Tony's done better than what I thought he could do, and the man's took me by surprise. He spoke very well about my family, the travelling, the community. He's been around us long enough now to see what's going on, and I can't wait for the documentary to come out because it's going to show us in a different light. Yeah, and then people can criticise it, look at it, but what you see there is the facts, it's the truth. There's no lies, there's no one trying to be something that they're not. That's my everyday life, and the people that you got to meet, that's their everyday life, and people are speaking how they want to speak. And Tony's got to see all that and got to, do you know what I mean? He's got a good few stories there, which is not finished. He's got a little bit more to do, but that'll be the finishing touch for the 3D Fight Club this weekend.
Yeah,
Tony,
we
when's
felt
it,
that'd be a great way to close it out.
Close off the full.
Tony,
Joyce
when's it
documentary.
likely to be due out?
What's that, sorry?
When is the documentary likely to be due out?
This what everyone
So
wants to know, Tony.
basically, all we're waiting for now is we wasn't initially going to have any of the fight footage involved, but after seeing what we've done so far, we felt it'd just be a great way to wrap up the documentary.
100%.
So we've edited up to what we've got now, so we're probably looking at another week or so after this weekend to get it done. We're currently in talks with some very high profile streaming sites. I'm actually sitting on my bed now with my pen and pad creating the draft for the script deck, which is what is sent over to the streaming sites to try and pitch the idea. They are very, very interested. I think what's very important to note is that there's been a lot of comments over social media when we've released the trailer that people think that the Joyce family are going to make themselves look like a joke. They're gonna do something to make themselves look silly towards the rest of the travelling community, and this is predominantly from people that either don't like the Joyce family or don't know them. For the ones that do, they know the history of the Joyce family and they are well respected within their community in Manchester. What I will say is this: whether you like the Joyce family or not, this documentary affects you if you are a member of the travelling community. You don't have to have any contact or relationship or anything to do with the Joyce family for this to directly impact the way you live. We are now highlighting issues that have gone untold for the last 40, 50, 60 years plus, and now we're bringing it into the light for the first time ever on British television.
I can't wait.
Wow.
Well done. Yeah.
So what did you
Thanks a lot for that, Tony. Well said.
what did you guys want to get out of the documentary?
To be honest with you, it's just, I don't know, just everyone to see, like, we're not that bad at people. Do you know what I mean? We're not what people portray us to be, and people trying to put us down as thieves, scumbags, bullies, extortionists.
Do you know what you've got to remember?
Just all the same old shit. But the thing is, we are what we are. We're family people. We're bred up to defend ourselves, look after ourselves, and treat your mother and father with respect. And that's exactly the way we are. Same as any other person that's got respect and brought up the right way by their mother and father. Like, do you know what I mean? We're no different from anybody else. What? Because we're travellers and you're gorgeous country people and they're from that country. And everyone's got morals. Does everyone love the mother and father?
Yes, 100%.
Does everyone love the brothers and sisters? Not everybody, but you know, something I can't stand. But anyways, yeah. But we're still there for our family. Family's number one, and that's anyone with a good heart, proper people with proper morals.
Yes.
Yeah, is there to look after everybody. So we're just telling our part.
And I think that what's most shocking is that if you was to get, just for example, you got a gay person who went and murdered someone, would the whole community then treat every gay person different? If a black person was to go and kill someone, does that mean all black people are bad? If a Catholic person was to go and murder, does that mean all Catholic people are? Do you know what I mean? For some reason, the travelling community, because of certain bad apples and from actions that they undertake, the whole community is punished. And it's not right, and it needs to be highlighted.
Do you know what it is as well, though? You see, the way that we settle issues in the travelling community, we settle issues with them.
Yeah.
So 20 years ago, we was classed as barbaric people for doing that. Now, we've gone that forward, right? We've just set up the 3D Fight Club, so now it's become this biggest thing. To us, it's an everyday culture. It's been slandered for years, made us barbaric. But it's very rare. It does happen, but it's rare that we're running around the street shooting people, stabbing people, making threats with weapons and stuff like that. It's, no, do you understand what I'm saying? It's only now we've evolved in 2022. Our culture is only still being respected, but we still get slandered for it. But yet, people set up organisations
Look
all over the telly.
look what the Travellers are doing, yeah, and look how far we've come. Travellers is the heavyweight champion of the world. Yeah, look at Billy Joe Saunders. Look at Tyson Fury.
Look how far they've come.
And they still don't get the same respect as Anthony Joshua. Do you know what I mean? Don't get all these. And we're coming. You knock us back that way, we'll still come around with another avenue. That's the way we've been reared. Yeah. And look at what we've done and what we're doing, which was trying to get on with our lives, better our lives,
It's
and
like
be there and rear our
going
children.
back to bare-knuckle boxing, it's the fastest growing sport in the UK that's come from our culture, but we're still slandered for doing it. But yeah, it's all over the tellies now and it's great.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean?
Well, do you know what, yeah? Why don't the boys get a medal for being the heavyweight champion of the world? Why didn't he get a medal? Why didn't he get treated? Didn't Anthony Joshua get to meet the Queen? Didn't he?
Yeah.
Why is Tyson not met the Queen? What, because he's a traveller?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's obviously something there, isn't there?
Tyson's fights are some of the most mind-blowing fights I've ever seen. When he did that thing when he resurrected from the...
Listen.
Yeah.
Brilliant, wasn't it?
Well, I guarantee if you were to travel, mate, he'd be outside Buckingham Palace getting his MB.
Yeah. Listen, hey, you might get him in there soon. All you got to do is put his golfer's Archie suit on and the shoes, and he's in.
Yeah.
Here's a message from our sponsor.
So does anyone fancy a free case of beer, craft beer that is, from Beer 52?
Last thing you need, Jen, you are always late for work after you're drinking beer. That's 8 delicious craft beers from some of the best breweries on the planet.
So simply head over to beer52.com/Sean.
SHAUN.
If you didn't know.
All you got to do is then pay the free £5.95 postage.
Nothing.
Peanuts.
Peanuts.
In fact, they send some snacks with them. You may get some peanuts.
So every month, Beer 52 send a new case with a different theme.
From various parts of the world too. What parts of the world do you prefer your beers from, Jen?
I guess. Oh God, where's a good part of the world?
I imagine you're a German. I knew you were going to say German. Is that
German?
Is that because of the strength?
Yeah, and the taste.
Members have tasted beers from 40 different countries spanning 5 continents. Jen has tried them all, and she's had brands from Mars as well. You also get a magazine which delves into the theme, beer and producers. Do you contribute to that magazine, Jen?
No, I haven't read it yet. No, I'll happy to. You also get 2 free snacks.
Yum. You can choose a case of light beer only or a mixture of dark and light. Would you prefer light or dark?
Well, I like my beer like I like my men. Weak.
Weak? There is no minimum commitment. You can pause or cancel anytime.
So don't forget, that's beer52.com/Sean.
SHAUN. And all you got to do is pay the piddly £5.95 postage.
And claim your free case of beer now.
Yes, get on it. Thank you for supporting our sponsors. It's very important for the podcast production. And the links, as usual, are in the description box below this video.
Exactly.
So Tony,
We'll never get the credit that we deserve.
Tony, you talked about this discrimination then.
Yeah.
Are you getting blowback from these people who have got the discrimination? Are you getting, people saying what you're doing and things like that?
No, not necessarily in that respect. I think it's more from the angle, and I mean, this is speaking from what I've seen outside of the box. Now, from me growing up, I used to associate fairgrounds or travelling fairs with travellers, and then soon after, we started to associate the travellers that would pull onto land illegally with bad things that happened within the community, with local thefts, other violent offences within the community. But what people don't understand is that a few people's poor decisions do not define an entire culture. And I mean, the research I've done, I'm going back to Christopher Columbus. Did you know that Christopher Columbus, when he discovered America, had 4 gypsies on the boat? This is the history of the travelling community. The word gypsy came from the word Egyptian. This is how far I've gone back with the research. So, and if you look throughout history, the way that they've been treated as a culture is never really been that good. And I think the day and age that we're living in now, I think it's about time in the 21st century that they should have the same rights as everyone else. And I really think that that's important.
Definitely. It's the minority, not the majority.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, most definitely.
There's good and bad in every nationality and every culture.
Of course. You just
There's
can't
bad
tarnish people
apples
with
in
the same
every which way
Well,
of
for an
society.
example, Tony, look what that comedian said the other day.
Which one?
Do you know if he was a
The
culture?
comedian, what's his name? He said about the Jews and then about all the travellers getting killed, all the gypsies. What's his name?
Oh, Jimmy Carr.
Jimmy Carr. Do you remember? Yeah, he said that the other day.
Yeah, he's had a lot of flack from it. But then, do you know what I mean?
What was the
There's a
exact
flip
words he
side.
said?
No, let's not repeat them.
Yeah?
Because we'll get in trouble for saying it.
You get in trouble for it?
Yeah, because we're saying what he said, and we'll get the same trouble.
Well, you can't say it if I say it. I'm not
He's a
trouble.
man
No,
with
it doesn't
very,
matter.
very dark
It's artificial intelligence.
You know what? Keep it quiet.
Yeah.
Sean shits himself.
I'm seeing my YouTube channel get deleted again. It's been deleted twice. The channel.
Chrissy was talking about it.
Yeah.
He don't give a shit, does he?
I gotta be careful. It's higher.
You want to be careful if you want to have your one-on-one next to 3D fight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Tony.
Yeah.
Sean's done a call out.
Oh, these guys have goaded me into.
Again.
No, he's done a call. Hey, Tony, he's done a call out. Yeah. He wants to fight him on the next 3D
I
fight.
challenged him last year, Tony, and he refused.
Who? To fight who?
Refused last year.
Oh, he's come fight his way out of a paper bag, mate.
He's a boxer with MTK Global now, isn't he, or something?
Yeah, good luck to him.
Yeah.
Good luck to him.
Well, listen, keep your animosity, you're that strong, keep the same energy and take it to the ring.
Take to the ring, glove fight.
Me and Dean will look after you.
You'll have to train.
I'm in Surrey though, that's the problem.
You're like a giraffe, Sean. All you'd have to do is hit him with them arms. You won't be able to get within 6 feet.
I know I've got good reach, but I've got really long legs. That's why I want to do kickboxing. Just roundhouse him in the chin.
Listen, as I always say, if it's for a good cause, why not?
Yeah, totally. So, what's your next project, Tony?
We've got quite a few projects in the works. We're obviously finishing off the Joyce documentary. After that, it's going to be the Aaron Lambo documentary, which is surrounding the building of a multi-million-pound empire in the supplement business, one of the largest supplement companies in the world, and also the UK. That's been filmed across 4 countries: Colombia, Spain, the UK, and Marbella. That is just going to be, it is what it says, it is mental. The way he lives is mental. It's like nothing I've ever experienced before. So I'm really excited for that project to come out. And then after that, I will be traveling over to the United States, to Los Angeles, with my good friend Danny Mountain, and we will be undertaking a documentary surrounding
Are you forgetting
the porn
someone else there,
industry.
Tony?
What's that?
Are you forgetting someone else there, Tony?
Who's that?
Oh, you don't know who's flying over there to America with you?
Oh yeah, Dougie's coming with me.
Sweet.
Hey, he's trying to keep that one on the fucking wraps there.
I was in the zone, yeah, me and Dougie are now partners, so Dougie's in on everything I'm doing. So
Me and Tony
we're
are
gonna
partners
go
now
over
with the full
there.
art production and everything.
Which state are you going?
Yeah.
Well,
we haven't let it out yet, but
and then we're going to
may as well
drive
let it
up
out
to
now,
Las Vegas. We've got a meeting in Las Vegas.
Oh, Vegas. You've been to Vegas before?
I've never been.
I got married
so
there.
it's going to
Yeah,
be an
fucking mental.
experience. We're only over there
I've always
for
wanted
4
to
or
get
5
married in a
days.
celebrity church.
I got married
I'm
at the
sure
Little White
you
Chapel
will,
in Las Vegas Strip.
Yeah.
You will find me and Dougie down some dark alley in a very terrible state, no doubt.
Even like hangover. Hey, Dean on the other side with suffocating us with roofies.
I was there for the turn of the millennium as well. It was crazy. Have you been to America before?
Listen, I would not
Never
get
been
on
to
a plane
America.
with you to the United States, Sean, if you paid me.
I'm banned for life.
I'd end up banged up, FBI, CIA, they'd all be taking us off the plane.
I've got some friends who can show you around though.
I bet they could.
Yeah, you'll have a blast, man.
No, I love America. I've been 3 times before, so I've only done Florida. So this will be my first time in Los Angeles and Las Vegas.
So, out of all the families to pick for this documentary, why did you pick the Joyce family?
Why not? I mean, if you look at the travelling families across Britain, there are some great traveller families. For me, it was picking one that was unique in a way. The Joyces have a great fighting history, whether it's from Big Joe Joyce all the way down to Dougie Joyce and his family. They've got an extremely good history with fighting, and we really wanted to highlight that because the fighting heritage of the travelling community is ingrained. It's part of it. You couldn't possibly do a documentary about the travelling community without featuring the bare-knuckle fighting. It's a part of who they are, and has been for many years. So what better family could you ask for? I mean, Dougie's mum and dad, 2 of the most amazing people I've ever met. His brother Johnny, Dean, his younger brothers, even down to the little twins and his sisters. They're all just absolutely amazing. If it wasn't for them, and I'm not just saying this, I think any other family couldn't quite have brought the documentary to life in the way that the Joyce family have, and I just hope that the entire travelling community benefits from what we've done.
I'm sure they will.
Oh, that's brilliant, man. Well, Tony, I'm going to put all your links in the description box for people to come and check out the trailer and you know, your channels where you're going to be broadcasting this stuff. So thank you.
No problem at all.
For making amends for the echoing live stream the other night.
Yes, no more scuba diving and doing live videos.
All right, brother, I'll speak to you later.
Nice one, mate. I'll speak to you all soon.
All right, I've just got one final question for Dean then. Do you want to let the viewers know how the training is going for the Decca Heggie fight with you?
Training's going great for Decca. You don't really have to train for Decca because all you got to do. It's hard to train for a big stiff that can't really swing. Don't get me wrong, he's a tough beast, but when I say beast, exactly what he is a beast. So obviously, for training for me with Decca, it's nothing. I'm not killing myself to do what I do to a day because I know my ability, and that's what I say with Decca. What's going to happen? You're going to get beat on ability, and mentally, I'm going to break you down because you're the issue is with me and Decca. The reason he can't challenge me back and sort of shit because I'm stating facts. I'm stating facts about him, and everything I said I'm going to back up, so he's going to see on the day. So stop trying to make his black claims and everything else. Personally, I'm going to say this openly, do not pull the fight, because if you do, I'm going to land on you. It's as simple as that. I don't really want to get into him and give him exposure to the platform, because I'm him off every day anyway. He is what he is. You know, there's nothing more. I'm not going to beat around the bush about it. At the end of the day, he is what he is. He betrayed us, and now it's on him. And there's no two ways about it. At the end of the day, he's in the gym now, yeah? He said learning new skills, mate. He said he's learning new skills for me. You're going to take longer than fucking 6 months. I thought he was doing some tap and bally in the ring or something with some fucking... I don't even know what it was. Oh, man.
This fight here is going to go fucking viral.
It's going to be explosive.
Who's his fair play man going to be?
I don't know.
I'm
his fair play man.
Yeah. You don't know Decca's fair play?
It would have been Jimmy Savile if he was alive. It would have been Jimmy Savile if it was alive, wouldn't it?
Didn't he say it was going to be his dad or someone?
I hope not. I didn't want another.
Oh shit.
Oh,
I threw it all over him. It is what it is. Like, I'm not going to beat around the bush because he betrayed us, and we said to him at the start, be straight with us. He was asked and he betrayed us, and that's it. And the problem you got with him is 1 minute he's coming out, I know Dean's a fighting man, and I know he's going to turn up, and I'm not underestimating him. And the next minute I broke his heart, well, he hasn't got an heart, he's an arsehole. I mean, what, you know, I'm not even going to get into him, but then next minute he's screaming down the phone. No matter which way he does, it's not going to change anything, because I'm going to batter him, and after I batter him, he's still going to be.
All right, fellas.
So we'll just leave it there.
Thanks, fellas. So just in conclusion then, people are watching this, 3D Fight Club is just days away. Do you want to just tell the viewers, you know, why they should, you know...
19th of March, pay-per-view card, biggest event in Manchester for BKB Boxing, presented by me, Dougie Joyce. Have your say, cuz.
Yep, anyone who wants to purchase tickets, it's on my Instagram page, the QR code. But you can go straight directly to www.3dfightclub.co.uk. Pay-per-view on there, tickets, tables, everything's going quick. That was it. The boxes, they're all done in now, and the tickets, there's plenty of tickets left, and you can also buy tickets on the door. So it's down to yourself what way you want to go. But 4 days to go. It's going to be a big event. Do not miss out.
All right, sweet fellas, thanks very much.
Thanks very much, Sean.
Yeah, cheers,
Thanks very much,
cheers.
Thanks for that.
I'll definitely be training in the gym.
Yeah.
You can see it.
Decca, keep your dick in your pants. I'm coming for you. We're not all back.
That's a wrap.
Oh man, let's just...
Here at Boomer and Jen, we offer a wide range of organic or recycled clothing. We all know our planet is important. We only have this one, so it's vital that we all work together to slow down and reverse the changes to the environment. Whilst we all know that big industry are having a significant effect on pollution, here at Boomer and Jen, we believe that if we all make small changes, we can do our part. Fast fashion causes detrimental effects to the planet. Not only is nearly 20% of global wastewater produced by the fast fashion industry, but there is a considerable amount of fast fashion ending up in landfill. So let's move away from fast fashion items that are only worn once or twice, and start wearing extremely comfortable, durable, and environmentally friendly clothing and ethical jewellery. Boomer and Jen was founded in a quiet town in Devon in 2018. It is now gone from strength to strength as the world is becoming more aware of the current climate situation, helping our customers to buy sustainable, quality clothing. All of our products are fair trade and registered with the Global Organic Textiles Standard Association. Check us out on organiccottonclothing.co.uk.